Hi guys, Robbie46 here, welcome yourselves to round 6 of the Superbike League on Ride 2 on the Xbox One. Today we are racing at Magny-Cours just like the Supersport. So let's go see how this race went. You got me on the left, Dylan on the right. Let's get this race started and see how it went. So we go round 6 of the Superbike League, off we go. Pretty decent start, but I actually got hit. I've just seen from Dylan's footage that someone pulled a big wheelie, went all the way backwards and ended up hitting me. But I wondered what the hell that was in the race because nothing actually on my screen hit my rear. So I don't know what the hell that was, but it did cause me to go into a little bit of a wheelie. But we're currently in 3rd place. Dylan is in 5th now, I think. So he's moving up. We've got Demons just ahead of us. Matt is in the lead. Dylan moves up to 4th place now. There we go, up to 4th. We're trying to get 2nd off of Demons as we go into the first flip-flop. And just about managed to keep ahead of Demons as Dylan goes back down to 4th and then up to 3rd as he tries to get past Demons. And he's up to 3rd place. We're in 2nd. Matt is in the lead. As we go up the hill, ready for the other flip-flop. Dylan closes in on me into another tight hairpin. Go a little bit wide and that allows Dylan to get alongside me. Got slight better drive as well, and underneath he comes, so he goes up to 2nd. We are back down to 3rd place as we come to the end of the first lap. Get ready to go through the chicane, and that's the end of the first lap. And now we're going to look at Matt's start to see how he got away. So here we go. Off the line. Just heard my bike get hit there. But even on Matt's footage you don't see anything hit my bike. It's just on Dylan's footage you see someone crash. It's a bit strange, but Matt is in the lead and he's got Demons right behind him. Let's see how he manages to pull away. Gets ready to go into the first hairpin. So Demon's right behind him. You got me in 3rd now. With the first flip-flop. And this was where Dylan made up a couple of positions and managed to get up to 3rd place. Through the other flip-flop. Still got me in 2nd at the moment. That goes very wide there. Luckily not to spin the rear up on the curb. So I've done that many times in practice, just hit the curb and lose quite a bit of drive. Through the chicane. And there we go, we're going to switch back to Dylan now for lap 2. So he's up to 2nd now, you got me in 3rd. And someone else in 4th place right behind me. Not sure who that is at the moment. To the long straight, getting ready to get into the hairpin, and in we go. A bit of a nightmare for Dylan though, as he gets completely T-boned at the hairpin by Nicole, who was wildcarding. He pulls a massive wheelie and Dylan manages to get back through. So Dylan's down to 5th at the moment, so Demons has gone through, as have I. So we'll see that from my perspective as well, because it shows it a bit better. So you got Nicole right behind me slipstreaming. I think he just completely misjudged his braking, but he should have sat up and kind of gone wide, but unfortunately he actually went straight into Dylan and took them both out. That incident is of course under investigation. I've sent that off. It's quite a clear incident. It's blatantly obvious whose fault that was. So just waiting to hear back to see what's actually going to happen with that. So we're up to second now. Matt's got a little bit of a lead. We've got Demons in third now, just behind us. And just looking to see if I would be able to close in on Matt, or if he was just going to pull away. You'll see I've got just over a second penalty as well, because just after that incident, getting into the first flip-flop, I completely fucked up the transition. I switched sides a bit too early and kind of panicked a bit when I started going across the corner and kind of tried to get out of it, but yeah, just ended up pretty much going straight on. So that's given us a bit of a penalty, which just like the Supersport race, we've got to think about as well now. Just another thing to add to the concentration. We've got to try and at least beat third place by over a second. But at the moment we've got Demons, who's just come through now. We'll try not to wheelie. As he tries to come alongside through the flip-flop again. And you got much better line through there. So we're back down to third. Demons in second, goes a little bit wide. So just try to edge through, but not quite. Come back to the next flip-flop, try to go around the outside of him. Of course, that's not going to work. Bit wishful thinking there. Try to get up the inside here. And just about managed to do so, and Dylan has caught back up as well. So Dylan, who is in fourth at the moment, he's right with us as Demons tries to go up the inside, but it's Dylan who actually manages to get up the inside, and I think that was Demons who just crashed there. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, just seen a bike flying. So yeah, not 100% sure what happened there. But we managed to get back ahead of Dylan up to second place. Of course, Matt's still got a pretty big gap at the moment on lap 4. So there's going to be time to see if we could try and reel Matt in, or if we're going to fight a bit more. Went a bit wide there, but Dylan didn't come underneath. Try not to pull a wheelie through the flip-flop. Hit the curb on the inside actually. Luckily that didn't bounce me too far. Starting to pick up the pace a little bit. Just trying to see what the gap is to Matt. We'll have a look at the next split. Looks like it's come down a little bit. Gap is just over 2 seconds. Half a second on Dylan. So we'll have to keep an eye on that gap to Matt. Let's see what it is when we go across the line. If it tells us, of course, it should do. Probably won't tell us the gap back to Dylan. So yeah, it's over 2 seconds still. Right, we'll move forward to lap number 6. Nothing really happened on lap number 5. So lap number 6 now. And we have started closing in on Matt. We didn't have any position swaps on lap 5. Dylan stayed in third, I stayed in second, and started to reel Matt in. You see it's under 2 seconds now. You can visibly see he's a lot closer. So it was game on at the moment. We keep it up and get right with him. That's obviously what the plan was. Trying to get up to him. We are very, very close at the moment. Went across the curb, as did Matt actually. I think I kind of followed him across the curb there. We almost with him. I went a bit wide there, which allowed Dylan to come underneath us. And then pulled a bit of a wheelie a little wheelie which held us back a little bit. So all three of us real close together at the moment at the chicane. Start on lap 7 now. Through the first corner. And very wide from me there. Tried to cut it back to get a good exit. And then see if I could get in Dylan's slipstream. He is a little bit too far away. Obviously you can use Matt's, but very late on the brakes. I had to go a bit wide to avoid going into Dylan. Big wheelie there, which lost us a bit of time again. Through the flip-flop. So we got a little bit of work to do because the front two just edging away very slightly. So I'm going to try and clean up a little bit as Dylan went on the gravel there a bit and kicked up some dust. Got Jack in 4th at the moment. He's 11.5 seconds behind. As I managed to close in a little bit on Dylan. Close up a bit more into the hairpin. Try and get a decent run out of here. As we come to the end of lap number 7. We're all pretty close again. And for lap number 8 we're going to switch over to Matt now and see how his lap number 8 went. Of course you got Dylan right behind him. Me just behind Dylan as well. So there we go. You may notice as well in the Magny-Cours races towards the end of the lap the helicopter, I don't know what the hell it's doing in the sky, but it looks like it's doing some kind of stunt, but it kind of has a little bit of a I don't know what the fuck it's doing, but kind of spins around dramatically. It's just a little glitch in the game. Obviously it doesn't affect what's going on. It's just, it can be a little bit off-putting because you just see something in the sky like do a really weird 360, but just gotta try not to pay too much attention to it. So he's pulled away from Dylan and myself a little bit at the moment. So we're still trying to push to catch back up to him. We've about half a second back to Dylan at the moment. We see the helicopter do its thing. No, it's not even there. And you just seen Dylan there go straight on. I don't know if he completely outbraked himself there or something. So we will cut back to me now. Just coming up the hairpin, we'll see what happened to Dylan from my perspective. So we're in 3rd at the moment. Dylan's just ahead of us. Matt is in the lead. And then as he goes to brake for the right-hander, I don't know if he just completely outbraked himself, whether he almost went into the back of Matt and had to sit the bike up, or had a bit of a moment on the brakes. I'm not entirely sure. But that does move us up to 2nd place. And we are on lap 9 now, so the penultimate lap. Can we reel in Matt again? Can we get back with him? And can we overtake him? At the moment he's got a pretty decent gap at the moment. Let's see what it is at the first split. Coming up very, very shortly. Of course, we've still got that penalty to worry about. There's 1.5 seconds and 0.8 back to Dylan. We go very, very deep into the hairpin, which just slow us down a little bit, and pull a bit of a wheelie as well, which again slows us down a bit. We've got Dylan who's closing in a little bit as well through the flip-flop. Now just trying to wind it up to catch back up with Matt. Still over 1.5 seconds the gap to Matt. So still got quite a bit of work to do. We need to try not to make any mistakes and try and get with him as soon as possible. Otherwise we will end up running out of time. Through the hairpin. 1.7, so it's gone up a couple of tenths. gap is looking bigger and bigger. Right, chicane for the penultimate time now, and I completely fuck up my exit and get another bit of a penalty. So 1.8 seconds is my penalty at the moment. Of course, we've got Dylan just over a second behind us at the moment as well. So we need to keep pushing to see if we can pull away from him and hopefully catch up to Matt. So again, we'll look at the splits in the split times in the first split. We pulled away from Dylan quite a bit there. So the gap is 1.2, so it's come down a little bit, and 1.5 back to Dylan as we go very, very deep again. Again, outbraking myself a little bit. So we managed to pull away from Dylan, pull a big wheelie again. Still got to push. 1.4 gone up a couple of tenths, and 1.3 that's come down a couple of tenths. But looks a bit closer again. Going into this right-hander, I go across the curb, almost crash, and have to kind of sit the bike up a little bit. Unfortunately, that gives us another penalty, so 2.7 seconds. So I may not even be keeping second at this rate. We'll have to check over the line, but I'm definitely not going to catch Matt now. With just the chicane to go through now. The finish was all pretty close on track. Matt took the win, and I did manage to take second as all three of us did have penalties. So Dylan ends up in third place, but we're going to switch to Demons now on his final lap. He's currently in 5th place, but he has been chipping away and closing down Jack, who is in 4th. So, can Demons catch back up to Jack? Can he get ahead of him on track? Would he have enough time? We'll look at the gap at the first split and see what he's got to do. So the gap is 1.1 seconds, so it's just over a second. But already it looks like it's coming down a little bit. Gap back to Batman's mate is 5.5 seconds, so he's a bit further back. Demons just trying to catch up to Jack. It's under a second now, the gap, as he goes a little bit wide. They both went a bit wide, so I don't think Demons lost too much time. Of course, he is running out of corners, so he needs to get with him as soon as possible, and you can visibly see that he's closed in. Very close now. You just seen top 3 have finished the race. It's looking like, unfortunately for Demons, he's not going to catch Jack as he goes a little bit wide there. And Jack is going to take 4th place. However, Jack does have a penalty which promotes Demons up to 4th place, and Jack gets 5th. So that's the top 5. Batman's mate comes home in 6th. And the rest of the field all disconnected from the race. So that is the race results. A pretty interesting race. At the end it was pretty close between the top 3, barring our penalties. Even with the penalties, overall times were pretty close at the end. Pretty good race. Obviously that incident between Nicole and Dylan is under investigation. Just waiting to hear back to see what the punishment will be for that. So let's go have a look at the championship now. So Dylan is still in the lead with 120 points. I close in a little bit within 6 points now in second with 114. Matt moves up to 3rd place ahead of Demons now with 95 points. Demons moves down to 4th with 91. Batman's mate moves up to 5th with 59 points. Our Moorland moves down to 6th with 57 points, as is Jack in 7th with 57 points. Kevin McCowan up to 8th with 40 points. Tito 9th with 38. Brandy Scales is in 10th with 20 points. Danny D 11th with 18. Blunt Scooters 12th with 7. Burns in 13th with 6. As is Team Punk Mofo in 14th with 6. Pellini Man is 15th with 5 points, and Hammered Relic 16th with 4 points. You also notice that Jack has been given his penalty point, which I forgot to put in the last video, but that is from the mayhem that he caused at the start of Donington at the first corner, where he ended up taking out 3 people, so that's his penalty point there. And Blunt Scooters was given a penalty point from the last round for taking out 2 people at the first corner as well. So that is the end of round number 6. Round number 7 will be next week at Almeria. That is the 28th of February. Anyway, guys, that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more content. Hope to see you guys in the next video. See you